out of the ground or out of the river, and I clean it up, and as I'm cleaning it up, I get to listen to voices, and the wood tells me what to say. Like this here looked like a honeycomb. And so then I thought, oh, honeycomb. And I call Alicia Honey Bunny, right? So it led to a romantic message about honeys and, you know, bees and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, and then Alicia draws on it after I burn that message in with a wood burning tool. And then I color it, and again, because she has actual art training, unlike me, I like colors, I like words. Other than that, it's not, you know, I'm not an artist really. And you know, she details it so that the.
Is this all writing in here?
Well, there are messages on each of them. There'll be one here that I can definitely read to you. Well, this is an easy one to read. This is a fun one. It says, however titanic the typhoons and tsunamis that fate percolates for us to endure, so long as we can continue together our swim through it all.
Not so easy, haha.
Get some glasses.
Something and downpour alike. Flood and downpour alike. The sidereal pulse of our carnal conjunction and our adventurous routines of joyous jumping frolic will incline us to smile in style through every trial that might pile upon the days and nights as we sail through storm and flood. And so that's, there are three categories of messages. They're romantic. That was a romantic message, in case you didn't know. And then there are political messages like this. It says, war and terror serve as primary tools for plutocrats' standard practice of their pyramid dreams to remain ever atop the human heap. Only consciousness of this class warfare and stalwart solidarity in reply can avoid otherwise inevitable bludgeoned drudgery and offer mastery of nature which only labor creates, and put mastery of nature which only nature creates truly at the service of the masses of humanity, instead of enriching only this rigged game's self-appointed masters. And so there's a political and then, you know, there are little pieces sometimes. This is a philosophical message of some sort, but it's real hard to read.
We'll pass on that
one. What I do is when we sell a piece, I come up with words that are slightly different, so that because somebody bought it, right? It's like, oh, someone might buy that, and it's worked out to be the case. We've sold a lot, and so this here, I don't know. I think this is a slightly altered message. I forget. This is my new favorite piece to look at. This was a piece of cypress, I think, that I found a root structure of a tree that had fallen and cut off some pieces. And it's just so cool to look at, right? But I couldn't read that one. But here's another one I can read.
Just make it up, man.
A combination of, and I can read them in the sunlight just fine, but you know, the artificial. Even tiny typical gestures, opening a door to greet a guest, for example, more clearly connect us to each other and differentiate us from other furry beasts than do all our mental mastery and technical acuity. That arms are weapons seems to transgress the handshake. So too, that to arm means to gird for mutual slaughter. But what interpretation do we offer for this apparent duality of design.
So there it is.
So that's the stuff.
Wow.
What's your price range?
Yeah.
$5 a production hour. And we don't charge a thing for, because see, this conversation is why we exist. We need income, so we sell them. But there's this philosopher whom I say everyone should read. His name is Jürgen Habermas. And he has conceived of what he calls ideal free speech communities. And he says human survival depends on people getting around in rooms like this and talking with each other honestly and openly and without judgment and amicably and critically at the same time. It is possible to have both. And in so doing, to take back the power that is ours in the first place, because I defy anyone. I'll make this offer. I'll give anybody here who can tell me something valuable that has a price on it that labor is not the basis of. Labor is the basis of everything that has value.
Even being born.
But we don't have that power anymore because people who are very clever, you've got to give them that. I played poker in college with Bill Gates. He's a very clever fellow, right? He took every penny that he made and made $10,000, or that he inherited and made $10,000. But Linda didn't inherit $10 million, and Camille didn't inherit $10 million, and I didn't inherit $10 million. And none of us would probably have done as well as Bill Gates. But I'll bet you money that none of us would be broke either, right? If we had inherited $10 million. And so the labor that he got in that $10 million is the basis of his fortune.
Unless you really like cocaine or something.
And so anyway, ideal free speech communities, Jürgen Habermas. And that's what this wood is about. It's about fostering ideal free speech communities. And also on occasion when people can't resist selling wood art. As I said, I've already had to endure fairy hair in my beard once.
Oh, you loved it. Don't lie.
2 more times. Because, people are buying stuff. It's good.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you sell
I like the door.
Oh, thank
Or
you.
sell them just at
Yeah,
gatherings?
we
or-
sell on the side of the street mainly
Yeah.
because it's the only thing we can afford. At $5 a production hour, as an example, the first place that I had to get the fairy hair, Alicia's mom, the story we tell anyway, comped us into Wild Goose Festival.
Oh, yeah.
And so we didn't have to pay $300.
Right.
If we had paid $300 and sold the $2,000 we sold, we would now be out of business because we cannot survive for $3.50 an hour. And 15% off of $5 an hour is $3.50. We can't do it. And but since we got comped in, it was like, whoo-wee!
Yeah.
We made all this money, and it's only $5 an hour, but we work hard.
Still.
I work 60, 70 hours a week making art.
It was something like that.
I like the door.
What's that?
I like the door.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, I love that. Actually,
Yeah, that's
Camille,
really
that's
nice.
driftwood, but that came from somebody
that.
had left it on a pile here at Azule.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Oh,
I
he's
go
always
through all
taking
the
wood
piles
from
of
here,
Azule,
man.
and I said,
Always.
"Oh, look here, this.
If you're not careful, he's going to start taking pieces of the house away.
Yeah, this is the
No,
door.
So how...
Pieces that
You
are
hear him
attached.
sawing out there. Go check it out.
No, I have been sorely tempted by the
Yeah,
fence
yeah.
posts out there, but I don't
Yeah,
look
he
at
covered
them
a
anymore
spray
because they're so
fixative
tempting.
spray goes on it
They're
afterwards.
so
But
cool.
sometimes markers even.
Did you do something with a piece of
Yeah,
that
it's
you use and go like this?
Well, no, but I've got the message
Yeah.
for it. I just
Oh, you
haven't-
got the message
Yeah,
from it.
yeah.
So,
It's a thing,
so how many hours for that door piece? How many hours was that
Oh,
door?
the door piece has 31 hours. in
That
it.
is perfect.
Very good.
And I'm
$155.
downsizing, so.
And we have one piece that has 2 hours in it, and one piece that has
Years.
over 180 hours in it, but I screwed it up so bad, I just knocked it down to just over 130.
How many hours in that one that Linda has?
That,
Oh, the mask.
oh, the mask. Well, it has 28 hours in it, so it's $140. And the thing is that it's little and it's not that complicated, but try it sometime.
Yeah.
The
Try
little
painting it
corners,
in all those
yeah.
little notches,
Yeah.
so that it doesn't look like caca. And it may still look like caca,
Oh,
but at
you-
least
And
it's
you have to
covered
sand
caca.
it, you have to sand it.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
That take a long time.
Nah, not anymore.
Not
I mean,
anymore?
Now, I mean,
Sandblaster.
no. I sand everything by hand, but the average sanding time is about 25 minutes.
Very good.
I would have imagined that was
Oh, that is
more
cool.
than that.
Well,
Yeah, the
Thank
door
you.
is
but the
great.
thing is that it's, if it were furniture, I couldn't get away with it, but it's
Yeah.
not furniture. So
So-
I just have a very basic sanding, and then, I burn message on it, Alicia burns images on it, I cover it all up. So if it looked like crap as wood, it no longer does so, and it maintains its magical shape.
That's the nice part, yeah.
Really neat.
Well, yay.
Haven't found them.
What kind of paint do you use on it?
Well, again, Alicia, she's the one, she gave me this lesson about Vermeer. She said, because I had always admired Vermeer's colors, right? And she said, well, you know how he did that? He had to use layered painting. I said, what the hell is layered painting? And I can't even imagine actually doing it for art.
I tried it,
But,
mental.
underpainting, and now I use titanium white, heavy body yellow, real high quality acrylic paints for underpainting. And then you can use any kind of nice marker, from a Sharpie to a Prismacolor or whatever, on top of that. And then on occasion I'll use some metallic markers and, oil paint markers and blah, 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 stuff like that. Whatever will cover it.
Oh, good.
And the later, that's wood burning? No.
Hmm?
The writing
yeah.
is wood burning?
Yeah. And Coalwood Manufacturing, anybody could do this. All you gotta do is get in touch with Coalwood Manufacturing, Inglewood, New Jersey. The entire kit, you get like 5 tips, 4 for art, 1 for lettering, and the base unit for under $250. And it'll last at least a year. And you might go through the first one real fast. We went through so many tips
Oh,
the
man.
first few times that we did this, because you're trying to press down, and you have to learn that you
Let
don't
the-
need to press down.
Yeah,
You just
Let it
let
burn.
You
you
let
let
it
it
burn.
run. You
Yeah.
let the metal run, and then so now the tips last, and the art supplies are expensive, but once you've spent a ton on them, they last a long time, right?
Yeah, I did the same mistakes and you with cutting the tile, I was pushing through, and then the diamond things, went
Right.
fast. And then Andrew said, no, you just let it go slow. So you let it
Oh,
go
yeah, yeah.
slow, and then it doesn't take off the same. But I didn't know that.
Right.
I
I've
mean,
never
a
taken.
tip, I just, it's a blade, so the diamond was all gone, like in less than a month.
Because of too much
Yeah.
pressure.
But if you go slow, the water slow, it develops heat, so the water cool it. And if you just go slow, it doesn't really eat the diamond.
Right, and I would imagine
I
it's
didn't
certainly
know
the
that.
case
I was
with wood
pushing
burning
it as
tools,
fast as I could.
that you can, the smell of singed human flesh
Oh,
is
yeah.
very attractive.
No, it isn't.
But the feel of singed human flesh is not very attractive. And I would imagine the same thing would happen with this, is that the harder you push, the more at risk you are of serious injury, right? Or at least
It wasn't too
injury.
bad, but yeah.
Nice work.
Thank you. Thanks, Himbo.
Really, really.
Yay.
Thank